with 10 people killed at this point and more than 60 injured at the world's 11th busiest airport, a major international hub. This is getting attention, of course, across the United States, Europe, and NATO, Turkey being the only Muslim member of NATO. The Turks have had some attacks by ISIS, but they also have been plagued with attacks by a Kurdish terrorist group called the PKK. They have been very active in Turkey. They have been trying to create mayhem across Turkey. There would be some considerable concern that this is a PKK attack. They are very anti-government. The government very much wants to get after the PKK, but of course we don't know at this hour. What I can also tell you is right now, U.S. military doing a full head count across the U.S. Air Force in Turkey. There are U.S. Air Force troops there. It's at bases in southern Turkey. The U.S. European Command also doing a head count. Turkey, because it is a high terror threat country, has been discouraged by the State Department for civilians and military to travel on vacation there. But it is the height of the summer travel season in Europe, so they are scrambling to figure out, were there possibly any military personnel, U.S. military personnel at the airport tonight, and just how many American civilians may also have been there. Brianna.
All right, Barbara Starr, following the story from the Pentagon for us. Thank you so much. Let's turn now to CNN senior international correspondent Ivan Watson. He has spent years covering Turkey. He's been in and out of this airport hundreds of times, and he is live for us from Paris right now. Ivan, you heard Barbara there talking about whether this could be Kurdish separatists or whether this could be ISIS. I think it's not lost on anyone that this happened at the international terminal, at the international airport, and there are some saying that this may more fit the profile of an ISIS attack, even though we don't know at this point.
Well, if you look at the past history of violence in Istanbul this year, there have been 3 major bombing attacks. One of them attributed to the Kurdish militant group, targeted a police bus. The other 2, attributed to ISIS, targeted foreign tourists, pedestrians in different tourist concentrated areas of the city of more than 12 million people. So judging by the past profile, it would make sense, more sense perhaps, that ISIS would have carried out this attack. It is very early yet. This happened less than 2 hours ago, Brianna, and it appears to have targeted, according to Turkish government officials, the arrivals area just outside the entrance. To get into the arrivals hall at Istanbul Ataturk Airport, you have to go through a security checkpoint at the door there with police guards, security guards, x-rays, metal detectors as well. And that is where government officials say either the police fired first or an attacker fired first, and then explosions ensued with a rising number of casualties, at least 10 dead and many more wounded. If it happened at that doorway, that's an area where you typically have dozens of yellow Turkish taxis waiting, and presumably many of the victims could be not only relatives coming to greet loved ones, but also passengers arriving, and also many taxi drivers who would normally be